design bachelor's, product design, then we have media production master's, product design, virtual reality, the virtual augmented reality. We also have the School of Humanities, we have creative writing, publishing and creative writing, international politics and security, geography, all these programs are available at our campus. School of Education. I know somebody asked about counseling, spoke about counseling earlier, counseling and psychology. Okay, so we do have something in our line, psychology of child and adolescents. We have a program in that line. School of Science and Technology, we have the computer science, cyber security. These are undergraduate programs available at our York campus. Then we have the York Business School, where we have our business programs, like international business, MBA, marketing, international tourism and hospitality management for undergrad, international business and business management for the undergrad. So earlier I spoke about our top-up programs that are available at our London campus. So what are top-up programs? We understand that some people might have gone and gotten an higher national diploma, and they would like to have a bachelor's. At YSJ University, we do not allow higher national diploma into our master's program. We only accept a bachelor's degree, minimum to 2, into our master's program. So we are then considered as okay, we have people that will still want to do their masters. So we have now created these programs which are available. So if you do have a higher national diploma with minimum lower credits, you are eligible for our top-up program. It's a 1-year program as well, after which you will be awarded a bachelor's degree. And then you can either choose to progress into your postgraduate program or choose to do the post-study work visa route, whichever is fine. So we have 3 currently. We have the global business management, we have the business and computing, and then the computing for industry at our London campus. So these are some key dates, to take note of for the September 2025 intake. We are currently starting issuing cards, and even some of our students are starting getting their visas. They started visa application and started getting their visas. So don't worry, you're not too late to join. The train is still here, it has not left you behind. You can still join the train. Application submission deadline is Friday, the 1st of August. Unconditional request deadline is 4th of August. Payment deadline is 11th August. CAS application deadline 15th August. Start of welcome week is 22nd September. This is when we start to welcome students to the campus for their registration. Come in, get your registration done so that you are ready for when the school term, the academic term will start, which is the 29th of September. So classes will resume. The academic term officially opens on the 29th of September. We also do have pre-sessional courses. These are online courses, by the way. They are not in-person courses. So if you would like to do a pre-sessional program, a pre-sessional course before the start of the program, we have the 5 weeks and then the 10 weeks online pre-sessional course. But for this, we do accept only IELTS. We do not accept the KCSE. We accept IELTS and overall band of 5.5 for the 5-week one, which is costing £1,200, and the 10-week one goes for £2,000, and they are both online courses. Yes, so going to our undergraduate fees. So we're going into fees. I know that a lot of people are interested. Now, all the big grammar I'm speaking, how much is it? What does it cost? I need to know. Let me know where I am at. I know. So we're finally getting there. So we're starting with our undergraduate fees for the September 2025 intake. So we have 2 categories of our undergraduate program. We have the upper tier courses and the lower tier courses. The upper tier courses are, the fees for the upper tier courses are £14,700 per session, and the lower tier courses are £12,100 per session. Should I come again? Should I come again? I think everybody understands. Okay, so these are upper tier courses. So all the courses listed here are the ones that are going for 14,700. So any program not here is not part of it. It goes for 12,100. And for our undergraduate applicants or students, we have a £1,000 scholarship, or we can call it discount, for the students who are on the upper tier. So if your tuition is 14,700, you'll be getting a £1,000 discount or scholarship of the 14,700 for the first year. So for the first year, such students will be paying £13,700 as their tuition, and we do expect a 50% deposit before cash is issued, and the full payment must be made before enrollment, meaning before the 22nd of September. We expect that the full tuition must have been paid for our undergraduate program. And these are postgraduate fees. So for this year, we do have a flat fee for all our postgraduate programs. So there's a flat fee of 11,800. All of our postgraduate programs go for 11,800. And the professional experience here that I spoke about earlier is at an additional cost of 3,600. So that means if you are interested in a 2-year program, meaning the 1-year master's program, and then a professional experience here, you'll be paying 11,800 plus 3,006, which comes to 15,400. Payment plan. So for our postgraduate students, they are expected to pay 50% deposit before their CAS is issued, and then they can spread the balance of 50% in 3 equal installments, meaning all a postgraduate student needs to pay before they arrive in the UK is just 50% of their fees. So if you are doing 11,800, you need to just pay 5,900 before your CAS is issued, and then you can get your visa, get to the UK. The first payment after that will be coming in December of 2025. The next one will be in February of 2026, and the last one in May of 2026. Do we understand? Are we together? Okay. So 50% before CAS, and then you enroll, and then the balance of 50% can be paid in 3 equal installments, December, February, and May. For our undergraduate students, we expect 50% before CAS and the full tuition before enrollment. Full tuition for the first year before enrollment. Scholarship, I already mentioned that we have a £1,000 discount for our undergraduate students in their first year alone. The £1,000 only applies to the first year. So these are the courses that qualify for the £1,000. Just these programs here. Our business courses do not fall under this category because they are the £12,100 tuition. And for our postgraduates, we do ask something. We know that the postgraduate students say, oh, why don't undergrads get a discount and we don't get anything? So we have made something available. We have a 5% early payment discount available to postgraduate students. This means that if you are able to pay your full tuition before the 22nd of September, you are going to be paying 95% instead of 100%. So instead of paying 11,800, you are going to be paying less 5%. Is that good? Is that something good? Yes. Okay, so it only applies to full tuition, by the way. If you're paying your full tuition before the start of welcome week, then you'll be eligible to the 5% early payment discount. Accommodation. So for now, the only people who are guaranteed accommodation at our young campus is the undergraduate students. Because we understand that the undergraduate students, some of these people are young school leavers who are just coming out of secondary school, maybe, they're just coming out of secondary school, still fresh. They've not really experienced life. So we have a guaranteed accommodation, paid accommodation for our undergraduate students. All they need to do is just register for the deadline and they are guaranteed accommodation on campus. On campus meaning, our designated accommodation areas in York. And this applies to York. For now, we're going to get into London. In whatever it is that they pay, bills and Wi-Fi is included in it for the accommodation they pay for at your campus. So we have the university managed housing. When students apply, when the undergraduate students apply, you can choose between your St. John's sites, which are managed by our teams or partner provided sites. You can choose an accommodation, and the cost of the accommodation ranges between £125 to £170 per week. So these are some of the places where our students live. There's Limes Court, Central City Residence. So these are some of the locations. And we also have university partners and private accommodation. These are owned by private individuals, but then they have come and partnered with us as a university. And this one, they go for about £190 per week. Their prices start from £190 per week. So we've gotten over time, we've gotten a few questions about accommodation, such as where do students live in York. So we do not have a designated area in York for our students to say, oh, this is the student's campus or student living area. There's nothing like that. The accommodation, the houses are scattered all around. So, but then the university already knows which properties are owned by us or properties owned by our partners. So there's no designated area for students to say, this is the student living area. But then we also consider, work life, balancing it. We don't want our students extracting themselves with commute time. So this accommodation, we guarantee that this accommodation, they are very close to the campus for easy commute. Where can I find student housing agencies? You'll be able to find the student housing agencies online. We have accommodation on our website. You'll see some of the available partners or housing providers on our website or when you Google online. When should I start looking? We always say start looking now so that you don't get to the UK and you're stranded or you don't know what to do. So it's better to start early, start looking for this accommodation early. Accommodation in London. We do not, as a university, have affiliation with any accommodation in London, personally or partnering with anybody. We do not have any accommodation. So students are expected to look for private accommodation in London. But we always advise that they consider living within a commutable range, distance from the campus. So don't live too far from the campus so that you have time to pass. You don't miss classes because of commute. But we do not currently have any affiliation with any property owner or landlord in London. So students have to source their own accommodation themselves in London. So these are some of the websites you can use in searching accommodation in London. Spare room, Bali, Spotty Gumtree. You can take a picture of them. These are some of the sites that you can use to look for accommodation in London. Thank you. Student support. So I mentioned at the beginning that we understand what it means for students to leave their home country, leave their people, leave the place they are familiar with, and come into a place where they don't know, they probably do not know anybody, they're not familiar with anybody. So we have provided student support services on campus. We also have a student union run by students for students. I like to say that again. We have a student union on campus, run by students for students. So it's students like you that run the student union, and it is for the students because we understand that you need a community to help you navigate the new life in the UK. So we have study support available. They are there to give one-on-one digital skill training and support you with your academic assignments and study plan. While on campus, this is available to all students. We also have the welfare and well-being support team. They are there because we know that it can get tough, it can get boring, it can get lonely sometimes, to be alone in a new country. So we have the welfare and well-being support team. We also have the faith support team. That will faith support team that would, if you want a community where you can pray with or like-minded people that you share the same religion. And then, by the way, we have a chapel at our York campus that is available. We have that covers for Islam, for Christianity, for Buddhists, for any kind of religion. We have a chapel available there, so everybody is included. Nobody is left out. Everybody is included and covered. We also have the English language support. We understand that sometimes English might not be our first language, and integrating in a new country like we talk. So we have the English language support team available on campus. You can book an individual session online or in person to discuss your study needs and access support. Attend an academic discussion group to practice chatting and presenting in English. All this is available on campus for our students. And then we have the global campus. These are the life of the party. They are the ones they give you advice on getting started in the UK, what life is like in York, or life is like at York St. John University, what it is like to live in London, to live in York, and then they provide services and support available to you. Another beautiful thing is that study now, they also host a welcome party for students when you get into the UK. So at the start of your welcome week, because they are in the UK as well. The great people are studying out there in the UK. So they will host a party for you. They are on campus to support you during your registration week. They are there for you, and then they will do a welcome so that everybody, connects, exchange contacts with people, and just network in general. And our global campus also hosts, events regularly just to bring students together. Employability, yes, amazing. So as a Young St. John University student, you can access tailored career support for life from the Launchpad. And these are the services you can get there: one-on-one career appointments, LinkedIn and CV sessions, employer events, and enterprise workshops. And then we also have a platform called Handshake. It's a website where job postings are regularly posted from top employers. There are different job opportunities posted on this platform. And as students of York St. John University, you have access to Handshake free. Everybody as a student has access to Handshake, so you can get regular job postings. You're not wondering, oh, where do I get job opportunities? And also our career and support team on campus, they hold job fairs, they hold career events. Sometimes they bring employers together and those job fairs where you can come, you can meet with different employers one-on-one. And then they'll also give you support, on your CV, on how to polish your LinkedIn to make you look good and great and employable. And like I said at the beginning, 95% of our students are in employment or further studies within 15 months of graduating because of all the support we have put in place for our students. Graduation. So before now, our graduation used to take place only at our York campus, but I'm happy to announce that for the first time this year, we had our first graduation in London. So our London campus students, they did their graduation in London for the first time this year, and we hope that continues as well. But then the York campus is where most graduation will take place, and it takes place at the Northern Europe's largest Gothic cathedral, the North Yorkshire, that York Minster rather, York Minster, that's where the graduation takes place. It's a very beautiful place, by the way, very beautiful. That's where the royalties, it seems very beautiful, ancient, it gives the ancient vibes. That's what it is, So that's where the graduation takes place in York. Student journey, because I'm gradually coming to the end. I know I've been talking a lot, but then we're gradually rounding up. So we're glad to have you here, and that's why we're starting at the top. The first one is initial application. I'm happy to announce that today I'm on ground because if you make your application here today and now, you are going to be getting on the spot offers to York St. John University. So for anyone interested in going to York St. John University, you have your documents with you, either in person or on your mobile device. If you're able to make an application today, I am going to be issuing you conditional offers, conditional offer or admission here today. So just wait, just relax. I'm here to do that for you. That's why I came in person. I came in person to do that. So we're going to be assessing your documents. The second thing, the third thing is you get your conditional offer, which I'm happy to do. And then you get your enrolling cashew access. You move on to unconditional offer, you pay your deposit, you get your cars, you make a visa application, you do your biometric appointment, and voila, you're in the UK. It's very easy, just like tap, 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 and then straight up, you're in the UK. How many of you want to be in the UK by September? Who is interested? That's it. That's the energy, don't worry. We're here to make that dream come true. That's why Study Now is there for you, and we are also partnered with them to make it happen for you. So this is just a sample of what our conditional offer looks like. You won't be getting this because the colors might be different, but this is what our conditional offer looks like. And then I have come to the end of my presentation. I've been told that questions will come later, so I'll be taking your questions after now. Thank you very much.
Hello. Help me congratulate Laura for that wonderful presentation. No. We're going to give her flowers. She's a lady, so let's make good flowers for her. And one. Another one, please. Another one. Thank you, Laura, for that presentation. Thank you. My name is Edwin Kemboi. We'll still interact and breakout sessions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lara. Thank you, we appreciate you. I hope we've learned something, haven't we? Yeah, you learned something. So before we go to the next step, I'd like to ask a few questions. How many campuses does York St. John have? Let me get a microphone.
Tells 2 campuses.
Yes, thank you. It has 2 campuses. So the beautiful lady who was here has mentioned her role at York St. John. Who remembers?
She's the admission manager.
Thank you very much. I see you guys were attending, which is really good. I'm going to twist it a bit and ask so this is table number 1, table number 2, table number 3, 4, like that, 5, 6, like that. So I'll ask table number 7. How many countries will you find Study Now? Table number 7. It's in the room somewhere. We've not mentioned it, but it's somewhere in the room. So let's see. Let's see the people who've been curious, who've gone to the website, checked what's in the room. So the people on your table will help you with mentioning the country. You say 7. Okay, so then the gentleman sitting next to you, give us one country.
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Wow, well done. The next gentleman this is for table number 7.
Kenya.
Kenya, exactly. We started from. Thank you. Ghana. UK.
And that's where our headquarters are actually.
One last question. Table number 3. Study now helps students to go to the UK, right? What exactly do they do for you? So we need table number 3 to give us at least 4 things that study now will help you with.